That would be great. That would be great if we could just get started. We'll probably start in Warman. Lara, we're going to end with you. So I'm Megan Jones. I'm the program manager for SARP. With me today is Guylaine Green. She's the CAO of SARP, and our wonderful facilitator is also here, Lara. So Warman, we'll get started with you. If you wouldn't mind doing a quick introduction of your name, your organization, and if you played with Lego as a kid.
We're not hearing you, Warman. There we go.
Waiting for me to stop dying. So I do have the conference phone on, but it gives lots of feedback. So we're gonna see if we can just go through the microphone on the laptop. So we'll start there. My name is Corley Buchert. I work for the city of Warman. I always played with Lego. I still play with Lego. My kids have played with Lego. I have saved a giant tote of Lego for my grandchildren. So yes, Lego is a big part of my life from when I was a child right through till when I have grandchildren. So hello everybody.
Hi, I'm Crystal Longman. I'm from George Gordon First Nation. I work with Prairie Central District, and I don't play with Lego. I haven't played with Lego since I was a kid, but I saw some cute little figurines in here, and I'm excited to see what's in this bag and what it's going to tell me a little bit more about myself. So thank you.
To speak up.
Hi there, I'm Lori Nault. I am from Delisle Island District Recreation Association. Been recreation liaison now for 4 years. Just really happy to be here connecting with the rest of the recreation professionals. And my Lego, I am still a Lego mom.
Good morning. My name is Earl Magnuson. I'm with the Touchwood Agency Tribal Council. I'm the manager of sport, culture, and recreation. Glad to be here, excited to learn. Lego was not invented when I was a kid, so that's how old I am.
I'm gonna Google it right now. And I'm Aileen Martin. I'm a community consultant with the Prairie Central District, like Crystal. And I too have a house full, maybe not a house full, like 3 floors full of Lego everywhere you step. There's Lego. Played Lego as a kid, and yeah, we'll probably keep records forever and ever.
And is that everybody in the room? Great.
More people floating around, and we'll come a little bit late, but that's who's here right now.
Sure, great. Okay, we will move to Tina. If you could do a quick introduction.
Sure. I'm Tina Clay. I'm the program manager with the City of Weyburn. I haven't played Lego in a while, but I have 2 kids who are older and I guess out of the Lego age, but I feel like I'm still finding and stepping on Lego pieces all over my house. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Tina. Stephanie?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Cuddington. I'm the Prairie Central District Sport, Culture, and Recreation Executive Director. And I have a board meeting later today, so I chose to not go to Warman today, so I'm missing out on that. But as a kid, yes, I played with Lego. All of these different pieces, though, like I don't think they were invented because I can't remember them. And this guy with little arms and stuff, he's kind of cute. So can't wait to work with him.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. Tom?
Good morning. My name is Tom Waldron. I'm the practicum student with Lara at the moment, completing my practicum about 7 weeks in, 4 or 5 weeks to go, maybe. I have played with Lego, and I actually have a little brother who plays with Lego. So, yeah, I'm pretty good with Lego. I'm not gonna lie.
Great, thank you, Tom. Guylaine, do you want to do a quick introduction just to let everybody know you're here?
Hey guys, I'm not sure if you can hear me. This beautiful storm is really wiping out power and internet here in Rostern. So I'll make this quick. My name is Guylaine Green. Everyone calls me Guy. I'm the new CAO for SARP, and I'm just here on the back end to kind of watch and listen, but I don't have any Lego with me, so I apologize. I probably could find some in the basement though. So I hope everyone has a good time today, and I'm sure Lara will have lots to teach all of us. Enjoy.
Great. And then before we introduce our facilitator, or she introduces herself, we have some reminders. This workshop has been set up as a meeting and not a webinar to really allow us some interaction between participants. And it's intended to be fun and interactive for all of us to reflect on our superpowers that we individually and collectively bring to the recreation profession. So Lara, the floor is yours.
Fabulous. Good morning, soon to be good afternoon. It's exciting to be with all of you today here in this virtual platform. We are going to get started right away. So let's just get to it. And I was super excited and jazzy about setting up my screen, and then you were seeing my email too. So cool, let's kick it off. So a little bit about myself. I own Spark Solutions. It's a consulting and facilitation firm, and I support sport and recreation organizations to enhance governance, strategy, programming. Nothing on the field of play or related specifically to programs, but I'm happy to support everything that goes on around that. I am a Lego methods and materials trained facilitator, and if you were like, who knew that could be such a thing? I promise I'm not making that up. It is a very expensive and time-intensive thing. So I trained in 2017, 18, and excited to do this with you today. So that is right it. Happy to, I know some of you personally, happy to chat with some other of you or chat anytime after this if you'd like. So let's just get right into it. We're going to talk a little bit about the process, and then we're going to open up our bags of Lego. So the first thing about our process today is it's going to be creative, and it should be fun, and it's going to be engaging, and we will hear from everyone today. So this is participatory if you didn't get that from your mailed package out with the Lego. How it's going to work is I'm going to pose a question to you, and then you all, and me included, are going to build together. So we are all going to ask, I'm going to ask a question, and then we are all going to use our Lego to build the answer. We're going to add meaning with a story. So moving forward, if this yellow piece is a tower, it's a tower because I say it is a tower. So whatever we say it is, we will be infusing meaning into the Lego. We are all going to share today, and we're all going to share what we've built, our build, and we're also going to share our stories today. So we're going to hear from everyone. We're going to ask questions and reflect on what people have said. And also what on what we've said. It's a reflective process. And so that is the total process that we have today. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about our agreements here. So our agreements are for the next hour, hour and 15. I'm going to please ask you to focus here. It's really tempting to check your email on the side or pick up that call or whatever, but I am giving you permission to just take this hour and a half to focus here on this conversation and what we're doing today. The process is that everyone builds, and while everyone builds, that gives us time, the space to think and to interact with the Lego and each other, and then everyone listens. So that means that we will do our best to have one person speaking and everyone listening, because we want to make space for everyone. We're all equal in this workshop and in our participation, other than Guy, who's lurking in the background and hopefully is with us the whole time because her internet really is challenged in this wind. The goal is also to have fun. So I appreciate your Lego experience. If you don't have Lego experience or recent Lego experience, that makes absolutely no difference to today. And in fact, some of you might find this challenging. So lean into the fact that it's hard and participate anyway. Trust the process. This is going to sound outlandish at some points, and that's okay. Just have faith in what we're doing together. It's going to turn out well. If you have questions, please focus the question on the build that someone has built and not on them as a person. So ask if you're asking about, if someone mentions teamwork and you're wondering about something about teamwork, please, as best you can, refer to the model that's built. And if we're holding this up and this means teamwork, then please direct the question here and not to the person directly. And bring an open mind. What we're about to do seems foolish to some people, outlandish to others. And I promise it is both of those things, and we're going to do it anyway. And last, please share your stories. That's what we're here to do. We're here to relate to each other. We're here to learn from each other and to network. So this is the perfect time to do it. And lastly, we'd love you to join us on camera if you can, if your internet allows or circumstances allow. If you're stepping away though, please just turn off your camera. Okay, so that's it. That's all the agreements. That's all the preamble. So now it's time to open our bag of Lego. So please crack that sucker open. And the first thing I want you to do is I want you to find your base plate, which is a little square rectangle. It says gray. This is black. And I also want you to find your minifigure. So this is your minifigure. It's going to have a yellow head. It's going to have blue and white arms, and it's going to have white legs. So pop those three pieces together. And when you've got your base plate and your minifigure, we'll be ready to go. Okay, Coralie's set. The head wasn't on yours? Yeah, the head's probably not on yours. Is it in your package though?
Yes, it does have a head now. Yeah.
Good, glad to hear. So you will have to assemble your Lego minifigure. And this Lego minifigure, it's very gender neutral. So it can be you, and it's meant to be you in this process. So if we're all ready, we're going to move on. So what I'd like you to do using your pieces of Lego is to construct a tower. So we're going to take 3 minutes to construct a tower, maybe 4. I'm not giving you any more instructions other than that. So please feel free to interpret that however you're going to, but please construct me a tower.
Lara, if I may, just for one moment, just ask people if you do want to take a picture of your Lego structure and then send them to me after, that would be wonderful. We'd love to put some of our towers and structures onto our social media posts.
That sounds great. Thanks, Megan.
Thanks. And selfies if you want.
So at this moment, you may be thinking like, what the hell does a tower look like? It doesn't matter. It's what you build. You might be thinking to yourself, I don't remember how to put these pieces together. That's okay. You might be thinking to yourself, I have zero idea about how I'm going to do this. In which case, I would say don't have a meeting with yourself. Just start moving the pieces together and something will come to you. If you play with the pieces, it will emerge. Okay, we're going to take one more minute to finish our tower. Okay, and when your tower is complete, hands down, pieces down, remaining pieces down, eyes up so I can see that you are done. Fabulous. Thanks, Aileen, for modeling that for everyone. Ten more seconds. So your last piece or pieces. Okay, fabulous. So whatever you've got, it's perfect as is. So everybody hold up your tower and let's see what we built. Super. And those in Warman would love, if you're interested, to stand up and move close. I will be asking everyone to participate at one point in the day or another. So those of you far at the table, I hope you'll come closer and show us. So Tom, did I see yours? Let's see yours. Fantastic. Okay, here's where the participation comes in. So show of hands. Thanks, Stephanie. I can see yours. Show of hands if you built your tower to be symmetrical in some way. Color. Yes. Oh, yeah. Got quite a lot here. Okay. Show of hands if you built your tower for stability, as in it was a stable base or the whole thing's stable. Megan, Tom, okay. Oh, quite a few people. Okay. Show of hands if you meant to build your tower with height in mind and you tried to make it as tall as possible. Stephanie, Megan, Tom, okay, half the group. Show of hands if you meant it to be as colorful as possible. Also Megan. Okay, what else am I missing? What were there other factors in mind? Did anyone anyone infuse a story into this? For instance, these here, you can see, these are my radio waves. They're signaling out into the universe, and there's two of them because I also like symmetrical. So I went through a little stout tower. Oh, fantastic. Someone's ringing my front door because why not? And I have radio here. Okay, so I got someone's hand up. Megan.
There we go. I just wanted to say that mine is also a diving platform. So it was the recreational use.
Oh, fantastic. Yes.
There you go.
Diving in mind. And Megan reminded me of a wonderful thing. I never put me on this tower anywhere. So if you did not add your minifigure, go ahead and add it in somewhere.
I built mine as a lookout for on the golf course. And I wanted to make sure it had stairs coming up. And then this is like a little bit of a swing platform. Yeah, I don't know.
Fabulous. Thanks, Stephanie. How about some people in Warman? Tell us about the towers you built.
So can't see me. Hold on.
Here.
I built mine because, oh, there we go. That's perfect. Because I like color, different colors, and I like the flags, and I put a flower at the top because I love to garden. So I
Fantastic.
Went with stable but fun.
Fantastic. Appreciate that safe play. Someone else in Warman want to share?
I can. So I like things to be pretty perfect. So it matches, it's all symmetrical on the bottom with like little wings and two flags. And that's my story.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And you also had someone join in Warman. Do we want to do an introduction of you there on the left?
Hi, it's Clint.
It's Clint. Hey there,
Yep.
Clint. Glad you joined. Fantastic. Okay. So now please take your tower and I would like you to not disassemble, but edit it to build a hobby that you have. So for some of you, that might be a complete edit. For others, that might be some small edit. So now this is where we're going to infuse some meaning into the bricks. So it's probably not going to look exactly like a hobby you have, but that doesn't matter. If you say it is the thing, it will be the thing. So it's all about the story we infuse into it. We lost Guy. Hopefully that doesn't mean our power dropped off. Okay, 1 more minute for a hobby that you have. Oh, and you might drop it at some point and it will shatter into several pieces, and that's okay, just like mine did. You just piece it back together as best you can. Okay, it looks like everybody's just about wrapped up. So pieces down, builds are ready. It will be what you say it is. So I will start. So this is mine. I didn't make many changes. I just turned my top piece of my tower here and added some top here. I really enjoy to hike. So I'm very excited to get out. I'm just a fair weather hiker though, so no winter hiking for me, but I'm very excited for the spring to come. So this is me on the flats, hiking up a hill to a nice peak to do some overseeing of the sites of whatever that is. So thank you. Could I invite Tina to share what you've built there?
Sure. This is me with my gardening hat on. I live on a farm, so we have a ginormous garden, and I guess once COVID hit, I started to love the plants too. So I guess I just like to, I don't know, I talk to my little plant babies and grow lots of things in our garden. So
fantastic. Thanks so much, Tina.
Yeah.
Awesome. And let's go to Tom, if you will.
I like playing soccer, so those are goals, and that's a little guy front of the goal.
Fabulous, thank you.
And flowers because they're pretty.
And flowers because they're pretty. Fantastic, thank you. Let's go back to Warman. Would love to hear from Earl or from Lori.
So in my past life, I was a florist, so I am totally in love with flowers. I have a ton of flowers in my yard, and I use the eyes as black-eyed Susans.
Ooh.
Very
Little
creative.
flower
Thank you.
garden that I like to look over.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lori.
Yeah, mine, I can't move. Very similar to the builder, he can't move very far. It's a golfer, it's very well done, if you can see. I have an explanation for every piece in my creation here that explains why it is golf. Yeah, so.
Fantastic. Do you have a water feature on your golf? Is it a fairway?
I'm semi-pro, so I never hit the water, so why would I have that?
Excellent. Glad to hear. I am not a semi-pro.
such an
I always
avid
hit the water.
golfer. I have a golf membership in Saskatoon, and I live 3 hours, about 2.5 hours away. And I golf every weekend, the first tee out at Dakota every weekend.
Wow.
So I leave at 3:30.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And we'll go to Crystal.
I have trouble being creative at this point. I'm like trying to match all my stuff, but my hobby is walking, and I think these are like some little bright orange boots, and that's all I had, like tracks and boots, and I was trying to find out how to make legs, and I couldn't figure it out.
Fabulous. Thank you. And Clint, I couldn't tell if you were able to build something. Yes.
This
Cool.
is me sitting in front of a computer screen at an SARP webinar. I really enjoy my time at those types of events.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, I believe we've heard from everyone. So that is the end of our warm up. We're moving on to the heavy hitting stuff, if you want to call it that. So we're heading into build number 1, where we're exploring our superpowers. So please, we're going to take 4-ish minutes to build. What superpowers do you bring to the recreation profession? So you might build one, you might build both. And of course, when we're thinking recreation, we're thinking whatever facet you come to recreation, whether that's culture, health, tourism, sport, whatever that may be, community recreation, whatever that may be, we would love to have you build whatever that looks like. So a few minutes to build your what superpowers you bring to the recreation profession. And again, if you think to yourself, well, what the heck superpowers do I have? Or how am I going to reflect this in the Lego? Don't have a meeting with yourself, just move your hands and start building, and something will come to you. Let's take another minute and a half.
I don't know if I'm allowed to lend you some or not.
What are you doing? What are the competitions going on over there?
So we also have my phone going, if you're wondering why there's an extra me, and we're hoping that we can like,
Pass it around. Oh yeah, love it.
okay.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's thinking outside the box. Okay. So wrapping up, if you are still working.
You're supposed to attach it to.
Pretty flexible.
Okay. Final pieces. So let's start with Aileen. So just a few reminders. Everyone's built, so now everyone's going to listen. And please, as you're describing, make sure you're pointing to specific pieces of and what they represent, because we're working through the model. So for instance, this is fire for me. This is my burning passion. So if you've built specific items on your build, we'd love to hear you channel the story through your build. So take it away, Aileen.
All right, so one of my superpowers is creativity and costumes and taking things a little out of the box. So I've got this like magic wand flashing powers. Oh, can I see it? And another thing is taking people out of their comfort zone a little bit and seeing into the future. You've got some eyeballs there, seeing into the future. Not really working, don't know what it is. And that's me.
Fantastic, thank you. Okay, let's go. Let's pass the camera around the room there.
This is two eyes looking at each other because my superpower is the ability to see eye to eye with people and look for common solutions.
Yes, love that, Clint. And I see some flowers there too. What are the flowers?
Just artistic ability, expression, extending my artistic creativity. Trying to
Wonderful.
impress you actually there. That's all I'm trying to do.
Fabulous, thank you. Love that. Okay, let's go to Earl now.
I'm trying to depict experience. And sitting back and looking at the road, either traveled or ahead of you, and seeing the curves and the hills and valleys and escalators, only to be at the end where there is a goal.
Love that.
So that's my story. Yeah, that's it. Cool.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. No doubt you can't. No doubt you can't hold that up. That's not going to be very stable to hold up. Wonderful. Thank you.
All right, so mine's kind of boring, but this represents L5 and cabinet because I am super organized. That's my superpower. And I use my organizational skills to bridge the gap between all of our groups in our town.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Mine is, I'm hoping to represent balance and seeing things in 4 directions, you know, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And then there's the all-seeing all-seeing eye, the ability to pivot and touch things.
Fantastic. Thanks, Crystal.
Okay, so mine kind of has a bunch of things. So mine has the bridge because I also bridge groups and people together in my community. These are like kids or people in the community, and I always work to bring people together and program for kids and people in the community. This is my little wheel because I'm always helping to keep the wheels rolling and turning and things like that. This is my flower that's nice and tall because I help people and groups and things grow. And then I have a multicolored tower as well because I work with sport, culture, recreation, children, adults, everything like that. And then I have this wand because sometimes I just pull stuff out of my butt and do stuff. So that's kind of one of the superpowers as well. So that's what I got.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Coralie. And now, if I could, I'll pass it to Tom.
So I got eyes looking forward because I like to look forward. Little precarious tower here because of the balancing act that I'm often doing. Little bridges, you know, building relationships, things like that. Do a lot of that in my work. And then this is a pedestal that I put myself on.
Fabulous. Thank you. Let's go to Tina next.
Okay, so I built a pretty solid base that I have myself on because I think I'm pretty reliable and dependable. And then these little eyes here, these are my team. I like to think I'm a pretty good team player. I'm compassionate and also pretty passionate, but I'm pretty proud of my team too. And I think they're pretty good. So yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Let's go to Megan next.
Okay, so mine is collaboration. I really like to work with other people. I find that other people have different strengths that can really make recreation projects, any project that I work on, stronger. So I have myself and my one-eyed person, and then my two-eyed person, and all looking forward. So again, looking forward as opposed to looking back. But one of the other superpowers is lessons learned and being able to move forward in knowing that this baggage that we have behind here provides us some lessons. So not just seeing it as baggage per se, but that there are lessons that came with that. And so not forgetting it, but taking it with us in terms of a positive way, stepping forward. And we all have our baggage. So we all move forward together and learn from our lessons and move forward in the recreation profession.
Wonderful. Thanks, Megan.
Stuck in my head though.
You did. Yeah. Let's go to Stephanie now.
Okay. Whoops. Can you see this?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So I've got a whole mix of things here. I'm thinking of as a, I don't know if it's a superpower or just, oh, it's snowing here now. Shoot. Anyways, what I like to think about when I'm engaging with people is broad-based participation. So I've got a broad base on here. I've got aesthetically pleasing so that it's inviting for people. I've got eyes looking in every direction so that you're aware of your surroundings and trying to be inclusive with the slopes here that you can enter wherever it's comfortable for you. There's stairs at the back. And then I just like to not be the center of attention, but I am in the center here, but I want to be down at the bottom level. I want to be meeting people as they're coming in, say if this was a facility, that they would be coming in at their own level, or maybe it's a program, right? They're entering where they want to. They're rising to this challenge if that's what they want to do. They might need some help over here to get up here. Yeah, so I don't know. It was fun though to do.
Wonderful. Thank
Right.
you. And for me, so this is me, and I keep forgetting to put myself in here. So don't forget to include your minifigure. So I have two halves. So this is the burning fire. That is the passion that I have for the work I do. And that presents in many ways. Luckily, Tom's my intern. I have a passion for passing on and sharing practice with others, and also getting people involved. So it presents a few different ways. And then this is my brain here. And this is the box, which I didn't quite close. But this is my brain thinking outside the box. I feel that I'm pretty creative, and I'm a problem solver. I look for problems. So I try to rise above the problems and not restrict myself to decision making within the box. So I try to think outside. So those I would say are two of my biggest superpowers. So thanks everybody for sharing. I really appreciate all of your shares, and love all of the ideas you came up with and the symbolism that you have. So now we're going to go on to something that's still a superpower, but perhaps this is something that you've had to hone. So maybe it's not a superpower that came naturally to you, but something that you've developed over time or have had to work hard to develop. So the question is, what is a superpower required in your work that you've had to hone or develop? So let's see what we come up with for this one. Let's take another minute to wrap up. Okay, it looks like most everyone is complete. So final pieces. This time we're going to start with those of us on the call, and then we'll move to Warman in person. And Stephanie, you went last time, so I'll get you to go first this time if you are okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you put it here and you can see it. So this is something that I still need to work on. I need additional coaching for all the time. Many of you may know that when I first started in the recreation field, and also when I was going to school at Kelsey back in the day, that I was incredibly shy and I hated public speaking. And I still do to this very day. And I have trouble with putting my camera on. So this is a really good opportunity for me to do this. So here I am public speaking. I'm on the stage here. I've walked up these stairs. My knees are knocking. And then I can make a slippery exit if I need to. This is the gallery. They're all friendly eyes on me, but yeah, and this represents that I wish I was hiding under a rock instead of being the presentation, person. So yeah, so that's my little thing I drew or did. And it's kind of funny because when I first started this, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then I started building, and then it just kept flowing. So that was really good. It was a good lesson. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay, let's go to Megan next.
Okay, mine is keeping things simple and stopping to smell the roses and stopping to smell the flowers. Those are things that I struggle with all the time, in making sure that, and I just wanted to make sure I got all my points, and then relinquishing control. Not being in control of everything. So there I am stopping, because in my past ones, my figure person was always walking. So this time I planted both feet on, the ground and allow them to stop and smell the flowers and the roses. So
Wonderful. Thanks, Megan.
Simple.
That's right. Okay, let's go to Tina next.
Okay. I just created over here. This is me, and then this is just like the public. I guess my confidence in talking to people when I first started and having to talk to patrons and clients and stuff like that, it was so terrifying, and sometimes it still is. But I feel like I'm a lot more confident now than I used to be when I first started, and it's a lot easier to talk with our clients and the public. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Tina. And let's go to Tom.
This is my people skills, just talking to people, communicating better. That's something that I've had to work on, just being in a more formal work setting with a construction background. You have to learn how to talk to people.
Can't just wheel a hammer around. Wonderful, thank you. Okay, let's go back to Warman, and whomever would like to start, we could work backwards across the table. Coralie could go first, or we could go again in circle, whichever you prefer. Oh my gosh, you have my face just humongous. You could switch that to gallery so you can see everybody.
Okay, so unlike a couple of the other people, I don't have to hone the public speaking skill. I got that down pat. Sometimes to my dismay. But anyways, this is my thing. So when I first started in municipal recreation, especially, I used to really let the community and people really kind of get under my skin, and I would take it home and it really affect my personal life. So this is me here pushing down, letting people get me super upset. So just learning to relax about stuff and not let things bother me. So that's sort of that hyperness there. The platform here is someone calling me. The platform here is me learning to go out on a limb or go out on the edge a little bit.
Our videos.
Oh, sorry, you guys can't even see it. There we go. Okay, never done. So this is my little me pushing that emotion down so that it's not bothering me. This is my little limb that I need to learn to go out onto safely when I'm doing programs. So I don't always have to stay with the same thing, that it's okay to kind of take a chance. Oh, look at Lara's Christmas card. And go out on a limb. And then this here is an X over top of my fiery temper that I like to have. And learning to just take a chill pill sometimes, that it doesn't much bother me. And honestly, that's one thing that COVID has actually taught me, is that everybody else was so fired up about everything that I've like actually really learned to just be like, it's okay, we'll deal with it. We don't need to be all hot tempered and fired up about stuff. We'll find a solution. So those are sort of my superpowers I'm still working on honing to this day.
Wonderful, thanks, Coralie.
Hi, so it's Crystal, and one of my things I've had to hone is working on public speaking and just being comfortable in front of people. And so when we were doing this, I took the time to build my base a little bit more stable, a little firmer, and I elevated this microphone. That's my microphone. To just talk about that growth over the years, and it's gone to the point where I don't like it, but I can be playful and have fun in front of a crowd now, and that is just something that's developed in the last year.
Awesome, thanks so much, Crystal.
Okay, so here I am out on limb. My thing that I'm working on is I've undertaken some major projects this year, one being the splash park, and I've had to learn to be more assertive with getting what I want and what I need from the people who are building it. So that's what I'm working on. This guy here, this is my crutch, because I still depend on others to help me out in learning to be more assertive.
Wonderful, thanks so much, Lori.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's my many hats. I forgot about my many hats.
Yeah, I guess this is mine. It starts from the back and works up. It starts from really humble, I guess, poverty beginnings, where I grew up with very little. And it shows, I guess, I tried to depict the progression to where today I had to be more assertive. As I've heard so many people in regards to speaking, and I think now because of my age, I'm at the front, at the pinnacle. This is me spewing all the information that I spew now. And why I say the pinnacle is because I don't think I could have got any higher in regards to my public speaking than where I have been and still continue to be. And that's, I have been the Speaker of the House for FSIN for 3 terms. And don't think there's a higher appointed political position in the province of Saskatchewan than our speaker, which I now hold until I die that title. So, cool.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Earl. And Clint.
Okay, so this is me and someone else talking, and I think as a person grows up and you find yourself in more leadership positions, you gotta understand, you gotta listen, you gotta hear to listen as well. There's tough conversations that need to happen, and avoiding them will just cause more problems. So I think I'm still honing those two kind of ideas.
Wonderful. Thanks, Clint. And Aileen.
So that's cool. I guess similar to Tom, I need to get, I've been getting used to working in an office setting and figuring out kind of technology and what my role is. And it wasn't supposed to be there, but this was my thing from last time. And I've had to learn how to work under supervision a little bit better. And that's something I definitely know I need to work on.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Aileen. And for mine, so this is just kind of a mess of stuff. Oh no! Okay, it was a mess of stuff. So let's just pretend those are back together. That fell into 100 pieces. So these, so some of you may not know, my background was in provincial sports. And these are all of the opinions from all of the members, and they're all different sizes of opinions. They've come from all different angles. And I really, really had difficulty reconciling opinions or perspectives or feedback, because undoubtedly it was always like, we really love X, we really hate X, and everything in between. Like, insert whatever topic you want. There was always a complete difference of opinion, and I really struggled to figure out what to do with that. So that's something that I've really had to work to hone on and not let that bother me. And now I expect that that is often the case. It's going to be 100 opinions about one thing, and you have to block out the noise. And noise is not the right word. Block out the interference to decide what you as the rec professional are going to do with that. And you will do that in good faith. So just being balanced and open to those diverse perspectives and then turning that around. And truthfully, I went into business for myself, and now I have to do that even more. So I think it's a strategy I work on all the time. Okay, so now knowing our strengths and our superpowers we hone, we're going to do our final build today on what is a strategy or strategies that you have to use or employ to help you bring your superpowers to work every day. So this is a bit about work-life balance or restoration of ourselves or recreation of ourselves to ensure that we're bringing our best selves and our superpowers to work every day. So please build whatever one or multiple of those strategies are. Okay, one more minute to finish up so we make sure we have enough time for sharing. And Aileen, if you didn't catch that, you can turn us onto gallery view and then you can see, I'll stop, when I stop screen sharing, you'll be able to see everybody, not just my gigantic head.
Yeah, we like
Maybe we
seeing your
wanted
giant
that.
head. We had it on speaker view so that you could see everybody else's builds. And you just happened to be the one talking.
Okay, 15 more seconds to finish up. Tina's pieces went flying onto the floor. Mine did as well. Okay, let's start this time with Tom.
So it takes a lot for me to get up in the morning. So this is a cup of coffee. And I like to walk to work because that helps me stay positive. So this is just my nice little walk. And then for me, a lot of the things that I like are surrounding myself with people that can help me improve. And so this represents all the people that I've put in my life to help me improve as a recreational professional and just a person in general.
Wonderful, thank you so much. Okay, I'll go second. So every year, I love the start of the year. It's an opportunity for me to do some goal setting. And this year, because now I have an office, I never used to have an office in my house. I drew this super large poster of all of my goals. And so I see them like 100 times every single day because they're right there. And one of my goals was to get more sleep and build a good sleep schedule. I'm like now almost in my mid 30s, but for like the first up to 2 years ago, first 30 some years of my life, I just never prioritized sleep. And turns out if you do get enough sleep, you can get through the day without a nap. Fun fact, did not know. So here's me sleeping. And the other piece is that this is me with art. Because I work for myself, it's very easy. And previous to starting this business, I did a master's. It was very easy to spend all of my time on the pursuit, the work pursuit, the thing, whatever it is. So I have built creative time into each week, and I prioritize that because it helps me have a good break and get my creative juices flowing again. So that whatever that looks like, it's puzzle making or drawing or painting or reading, I find to be creative, all those things. So those are two things for me. Let's go to Megan now.
Okay, so I had started out by trying to do yoga, but this guy doesn't bend very well. So kind of like
Mountain pose.
kind of like me. But what I do often is I listen to a lot of TED Talks in the morning. So what the TED Talks that I listen to provide there are a lot of leadership talks. So these are two people, and this is the little ladder in order to get up to the top. Not the one that my dad left me hanging from in the grain bin one time, but instead it's the one that I can help people up. And then there's always somebody there backing me up as well. They're all one-eyed people, but there's somebody there to back me up as well, to help others to get elevated to wherever we are. And sometimes I'm down there and I need to be helped up. So just listening to a lot of TED Talks that are very positive and that inspire me to be able to have these relationships and pull others up and know that I have a backup as well.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Megan. Let's go to Tina next.
Okay, so I feel like at my job at work, I'm always being pulled in every which direction all the time. So I feel like I just need to do things for myself. I just have to make sure that I cut some time out for myself. I've got 2 boys as well at home. So this is a picture of my patio that I hope to be hanging out on soon. My little oasis with my plants and my flowers. I can read my books here. I can drink my coffee here. Just, check out the views too. So that's what I like to do.
Wonderful. Thanks, Tina.
Yeah.
Let's go to Stephanie.
Okay, so this is my masterpiece. I wasn't going to call it a masterpiece. I was going to say, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm talking about here. So anyways, it's a whole bunch of activities, things that I feel contribute to my well-being. So resting over here, and then here I'm volunteering within the community with different people, getting together with people over here, going for walks in nature, going over to the golf course here. Yeah, so I just contributed to a whole bunch of things that make me feel better and keep me going and keep me positive. So, and I think I could have put in a whole lot more, but yeah. So anyways, that's me.
But we only have 50 pieces, so you have to prioritize.
Well, and actually I really wanted to use this piece here, but I couldn't get it to latch onto anything. So I'll have to keep working on that. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, let's go to Warman. Let's hear from Warman.
Just a sec.
Mhm.
You can like pin one of these. Okay, hold that. Pin. Just a sec. Wait for it. Wait for it. This one. So we can pin it so that we can see where it's at. Okay. All right. Okay. So for me, this is still my like little desk working from home, but I need to be a part of a team. So for me, knowing that coming to work every day, I'm with other people who have my back and are doing the same thing as me. And this is me in my home office here with my super duper internet tower because I live in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, this is me with my team. And then over here, also me working from home. This is my supercar Batmobile, knowing that at any chance I can fly away and zip around to pick up my children and be.
Oh, hold on, Warman. Your video and audio have frozen.
How about now?
Oh, now we hear you.
Well, I don't know if you heard me at all, but this is my team and this is my Batmobile to get me and my children and my husband where we need to be every day.
Yes, we got that. Good.
Can you see anything?
We
Can you see
your
us?
figures.
Okay, so this is me with a big open mind. And I think as I move forward in the world, I gotta have a big open mind and be accepting of other views. My arms, although they can't be spread out, it means I'm welcoming people into my life and opinions.
And this masterpiece is just glorious.
Glorious.
Here, Corley.
Wonderful.
You do this. Oh, you go do that. Or you do this.
Okay, I can do this.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Clint.
I can't see. Whoa. Is that good?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the whole equation of balance. And one piece of balance is rest. And that's, you said one attribute that you have to bring to get to work every day is to get the appropriate amount of rest. And I heard someone say around the table, and I disagree in a good way, that you may not need to nap during the day if you have a sufficient amount of rest. turn 60 and say that. And I think you
Fair
might,
enough, fair enough.
you might differ your opinion. But just one last comment, and that comment is when people see me in the morning and they ask me to sit down, I say, I don't need to sit down.
I don't think
Because I've been laying down.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And just one sec, we're not hearing you. All right, how's that? We're just getting an echo. I think you've got 2 audios going. There we go.
Okay, so since the pandemic, I've been working from home and they've basically brought my office to my house, which is awesome. To get the work-life balance though, that my husband so desperately thinks I need, I am able to shut my doors, turn off my phone, my computer. I go and sit with my dog and my book. That's my husband making sure I sit with my dog and my book.
Love your dog there.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Hi, so this is supposed to be just kind of this elevation for prayer and being out in nature. So that little stuff is the greenness and the all-seeing eye, which is, I guess, the creator, and just climbing into that space where I take the time every day to go out for a walk and to pray. I think that really keeps me balanced.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Crystal.
Okay, so mine's pretty simple and pretty similar to the superpowers I need to own every day. So I basically come to work every day with kind of 2 things. So I need to just relax, let it go, breathe. That's kind of the flower, like the new day, you know, just let it go. And then on this side, I kind of have an X that marks out the people who might have frustrated me the day before, days before, and just like that bad day, that's what that red represents as well. So I come with an open mind, forgetting what's happened in the days past, and just coming with a fresh look on the day.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. Okay, so that is all of the, and so just to highlight, we cannot see you now, Warman, but that's maybe okay. I mean, not okay, I want to see you, but if you can see us, that's just fine. So that brings us to the end of our builds. Okay, great, we can see you now. So I would just love to open it up to a general conversation about this process. Were you with me at the beginning? Were you hesitant? How do you feel the sharing went or the building? Would just love to hear some general reflections from anyone who's open to sharing.
I could share maybe, seeing nobody else is sticking up their hand. Basically, I can see this to be very beneficial, and one of the groups that I work with are young people, and young people that need to be impressed. It's an impressionable thing, 2 different things. And I think this can accomplish that. Many things can. I think it's just a facilitator that provides that tool that makes these things possible. The medium used here is excellent. There's so many more mediums that can be used, but the medium here can and maybe extract some of the things that we need to do. A lot of times in child welfare, we use dolls, we use things like that to extract some information that we need. And this is a process where we may consider, you know, going out of the box and looking, how do we use this maybe to extract some information that sometimes children are not willing. And sometimes it's positive stuff. It doesn't always have to be from that negative foundation, but one from a positive foundation of that. So I think it was useful. I think I'll take it back and see how we can maybe, we have meetings every week in the evening where We talk a lot of strategy, so a lot of our parents bring their children. I think it may be an opportunity to have 2 meetings at once and give them an opportunity to use Legos to maybe express themselves. So cool, thanks.
Thanks for those comments, Earl. And just to build on those, I think there's a few strengths about this process. As you saw, or I'm sure as you can imagine, you can use this method with almost any question set. It's really just to be thoughtful and ask an open-ended question, and you will get answers. I think one thing that's very beneficial is reminding people and reiterating that the story is through the model. So once it becomes onto the model, it's not personal to me anymore as much as if I was just sharing person to person. And this is an especially helpful approach if you're working through some contentious things or brainstorming in a space where potentially people have not been able to share. Because once it's out onto the table, now it's the group's idea and it's here in the model. So you can question that model and you're not questioning the person personally, which we all know can tend to get people's backs up. And the third thing that I think is a real benefit of this method is that I will definitely be able to say tomorrow that you said sleep because I saw your minifigure laying down like I said sleep. And so we will be able to remember, oh yeah, Lara said, Earl said, Megan said X because she made this thing. And now we have 2 ways to recall that through our memory instead of just this spoken word that often gets lost. So I think it's very useful for a variety of modalities and discussion points. So thank you very much for sharing that, Earl. Any other thoughts?
I just think that it's Corley, sorry. Just want to reiterate again what you and Earl said, and I can really see this working even in our summer program. If you see a kid having a bad day, there's a lot of stuff that can come out and play, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that has come out and play that we just haven't been able to identify as those children are playing, and this is just a way we can ask questions in a different way, or I do some new stuff as well, and incorporating this into that and just seeing what comes out of it. This is awesome. I really enjoyed this today. Thank you for having me, I should say.
Thank you so much for your comments, Carly. Absolutely. Any other final comments?
It's Crystal. I just want to thank you for allowing us to join you from Warman. Thank you. And it was really interesting to hear the depth that people went into when they were describing their superpowers and the areas that they each work, and then how they kind of center themselves and come back into their being so that they can go back out and work again.
Yeah, thank you for that, Crystal. We've certainly learned a lot about each other, I think, in this hour and a half, and that's really lovely. So the next time we can be in person together, it's something that brings us, well, this is a good, as you see, Warman, it's a good tool to do together as well. But now we have just this many more connections that we can relate to in future networking scenarios, or potentially at the SARP conference in September. So
can I ask Stephanie a question?
Yes.
Stephanie, how's the weather? I'm coming back that way. How's the weather in Wynyard?
Actually, it is snowing to beat the band. The streets are wet. Yeah, it is snowing quite a bit. I can imagine that visibility on the highway isn't probably the greatest right now, that you would have to take your time coming home. Yeah.
So just final comments from me. I want to say thank you for participating today. It's a little bit of an unorthodox session, but I appreciated that you all signed on today and got to participate with me. I love any time I get to do this. Thank you to SARP for having me to facilitate this session. If you think to yourself, hey, this would be really cool for X discussion with my groups, or would like to do this session with your groups, I'd be happy to come and run this with you, your staff, your members, whomever. Anytime. I stuck the business card in there and the information leaflet in case you'd like to pass it on to a friend. But I hope you keep the Lego for yourself. I hope you keep it on your desk so that you can participate. It helps with brainstorming, fiddling, or one person said to me, when I don't want to listen to a meeting, I just put myself on mute and play with my Lego. So that's available to you as well. There's my contact info if you'd like to get connected anytime, and I'll pass it back to Megan.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lara. This was awesome. I really appreciated hearing everyone's perspectives and really seeing your creative sides. We went from everything to super extravagant to very simple. And I really enjoyed this. This was really fun. And I tend to fidget, so I am going to be fidgeting with my Lego a lot. Being able to point to things that we may be trying to express in other ways and formats, we wouldn't have been able to share that without being able to say, and this is where instead of saying, and I feel. So sometimes that can be a little bit more of a neutral space for us to stand in which. So thank you so very much. Thank you for everybody's creativity, your openness to participate, your ability to share. Really, really appreciate that. So for those of you online, we'll be sending out a workshop survey. I'll also send out an invoice. Really wanted to make sure that you actually receive the Lego before I ask for payment. So those in Warman, Coralie and Crystal have some paper copies for you to complete of the workshop overview. And it's been an absolute pleasure doing this workshop with you all. And I'd really like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Lara. This was our first hybrid workshop where we had to send things out. So we had some lessons learned, my superpower of lessons learned of being able to bring this forward and being able to do more of these in the future. So please be open and transparent with that evaluation. We really do use that information. We create an overview document that I submit to SARP for us to be able to change and improve things and keep things that are also working. So thank you so much for attending our session and hope you have a wonderful week, everybody.
Thank you. You as well.
See you.
Thank you.
Safe travel.
Thank you.
Yes, safe travels. Great job. Oh, you're on mute.